Alright folks, welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4. We are continuing on with the Cabot kind of quest line. So we're out looking for the Cabot, Jack Cabot's sister. So to ask around the third rail for any information about her whereabouts. So let's head in this place. See what they're saying. You, sir.
Entertainment's down the stairs. Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons. Huh?
Barkeep?
We got beer. If you ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Yo, do you know Emogene Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Ain't seen her in a while though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! This guy wants a word.
Just ruined their performance. How you doing?
So, I hear you've been pulling your
Excuse
weight
me,
on
miss?
the arcade.
What's the matter, handsome? Don't tell me
Six
you
last
didn't
week.
like the song.
Folks bought me so many drinks. I don't even remember the rest of that night.
I love the song. It was perfect.
I think the song wasn't the only thing you were enjoying.
Oh, well, thank you. A girl tries her best. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. Ah, of course. It's those powerful muscles of yours.
Oh, Jesus.
I could get used to looking at those. So what brings a man like you to my part of town?
Sarcastic?
Oh, I woke up here. Just me, my underwear, and regret.
That sounds like the beginning of a great song. I think you and I are going to get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
Do you
Not gonna
know
flirt.
Emogene Cabot?
Imogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seemed like a body that could use looking after.
I just need to know where she is.
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Emogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Oh, Jesus. The guy I was trying to talk to, like, a few seconds ago.
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this fine gentleman here was just looking for Emogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Emogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella.
Okay. If this is the place I think it is, then I've actually wandered past... I've actually wandered past it.
Charlie serves the drinks. I do with the drums.
Okay. So let's get going to wherever it is we've got to get going to. That sentence though. Right, so... Do I need to read that flyer? What was it? Pillars of something? So on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been there. It's not far from... well, it's right there actually. It's not far from Diamond City, I was going to say, and it certainly isn't. And I have walked past it before. That's why I can fast travel. This is where I get fucking nerfed by a super mutant with a missile launcher very early on in the game. Level 40 now though. Tons of Myrducks appeared here. Alright, let's get this suit off and we'll go speak to him.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
I'm looking for Emogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Emogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
Oh, come on. These idiots aren't gonna listen to reason.
Look, the truth is, we had a little, disagreement about her joining the movement. She got kind of violent. So I locked her in there until I could figure out what to do with her. If you're willing to take her off my hands, let me unlock the door for you, and then she's all yours. I've got to warn you. She's way stronger than she looks.
Tonight's show is
Took
sold
all of
out.
us combined to even get her locked up in
to
there.
become one of the pillars of the community.
In fact, it was right there I got nerfed by the super mutant, I'm sure. Maybe further down the road there actually. I can't rightly remember.
She's all yours, neighbor.
You must be Emogene.
Don't tell me.
I was expecting
Jack
this place
sent
to be
me.
filthy.
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It really isn't
Damn
any of
it,
your
come
business.
on.
And I know it was Jack who sent you. He's always trying to control me.
You don't seem very grateful for being rescued.
I'm fine, as you can see. I was just waiting to see if Thomas would come to his senses. But since you've already gone to all this trouble, I may as well leave now. I was bored with Thomas anyway. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we got here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Ookily dokily.
Nice find. Oh, don't worry. I wasn't looking.
She was. Ookily dokily. All good. Let's get the hell out of here. Get my power armor, then we can get on our way to Cabot House. I thought someone just stole it there. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? If you wonder what my armor is, it's synth armor, and the floor just popped out the top. Power armor's X01 armor as well, if you're wondering, if you're curious. And perhaps want to get yourself some. Synth armor's pretty damn good. I think it actually outperforms power armor in its sturdy stages. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. I'd say that change from the usual general's outfit, because well, I was beginning to get a little bit limited in what it could do. So yeah, this synth armor should keep me going a bit better for a wee while anyway. It's about double, performs probably about double ballistic damage performance. What? So basically it deals with ballistic damage doubly as good.
Edward! There might be some valuable stuff inside. Let's go check it out.
Oh
Edward,
my God, it's
switch
happening.
over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
No. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in! Edward! Ah! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
I found Emogene. She's fine.
Oh, yes, good.
Thank God. At least one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here, I hope that's the right amount. Now, we really need to focus on the current emergency.
How can you be so callous about your sister's safety?
I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
If you're 400 years old, then you were born before the Great War.
Yes, I think you were too. I'd say mid-21st century?
What makes you think that?
Patterns of speech, general demeanor, physical health. You reminded me of the old days the moment I laid eyes on you. I just didn't put my finger on it until now. Is there anything else before we get going?
Where do you get this serum from?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him. For his own safety, as well as ours.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling him all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
Exactly what abilities does he have?
Enhanced strength, unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. Oh, and a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. That's why I've built a dampening field into his cell. Which is why we really need to stop these intruders before they turn it off. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Okay.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Emogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now I really do have to go.
And with that, we're going to end that episode there, folks. So I will see you over at Parsons State Cemetery, whatever the hell it's called, and we will start kicking some Raider ass. See you over there, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.